Hello, Squirrel Tribe 2.0. It has been forever since we've been here together. At least that's what it feels like for me. It feels like forever. Yesterday was the 4th of July. It's been a very hectic week, so that's why it's been forever since we've been here. I want to give you a heads up on my husband's health scare or health condition. I don't really know the right way to phrase it. His shoulder, told you in a previous video, just to do a little recap here. Previous video, how his shoulder was just like all completely jacked up. His left one, it got so bad that when he screamed in pain randomly one night, we decided that it was time to go to urgent care, not the ER because they charge out the wazoo, but to urgent care because we could not get a doctor's appointment to save our lives, even though we have health insurance that we pay a pretty penny for every single month, right? So we went to urgent care. They told him probably a small tear or something in his rotator cuff, and then they told us to go to an orthopedic specialist. So that's what we did. So while he was at urgent care, please hold. Max, stop. My dog likes to gnaw on himself every once in a while. Stop it. I love you so much. Don't do it, okay? Don't want to put a cone on you. So when he was in urgent care, they gave him a, what is the right word? Steroid shot. Not in his shoulder, but in his butt cheek. And we talked about this on that previous video where I was like, she just wanted to see my husband's booty. Because it helped, I'm going to allow whatever that was, but it's fine. So she gave him a steroid booty shot, and then he got steroid pills to take for 5 days. It was like 6 one day, then 5 the next, then 4, 3, 2, 1, and then nothing, right? And then also got some muscle relaxers, which he's taken a couple of those. But they were like, you need to get in to see a orthopedic specialist. So we got an appointment for July 3rd and went to this orthopedic specialist July 3rd. Let me just say also, the weather here in Destin in Okaloosa County, Florida, the weatherman has predicted rain every single day for the last 2 weeks, and we've got none of it. Except the morning we went to the orthopedic specialist, it poured, as the phrase goes, cats and dogs. It was pouring rain, and of course we had to run from the car to the therapy place, orthopedic surgeon, orthopedic therapy, all that stuff, right? We get inside. Let me just be the first one to say, I feel like customer service in general has gone down the crapper, especially when the customer service is being brought to you by the younger generations. And I'm not trying to say that, the younger generations, suck at their jobs or anything like that, but it does feel like a lot of the time, younger generations don't fully understand what customer service is or entails, or, the basics of when somebody walks through the door, you say hello. When somebody walks up to the counter, you say, how may I help you? Instead of just staring at them and waiting for them to talk first. And in case you haven't figured out how the start to the orthopedic, appointment went, this is pretty much it. So we run through the rain, get to the front doors, walk inside, 3 girls sitting behind the counter, walk up to the counter, and all 3 are just talking, and they stop and just look. At which point, my husband goes, I have an appointment. And they were like, oh, you have an appointment? Do you know who it's with? And then there was a little bit of conversation. Then they gave him his paperwork to fill out, and then he came over and sat down. But it's like, why, when you go into any sort of office, doctor's office especially, or anything customer service related, because as a front desk employee, you're customer service right off the bat. Why is the first thing you say not, hi, how are you today? How can I help you? Are you here for an appointment? Blah, 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 anything. As opposed to just sitting and looking at people that come in. And it wasn't just a one-off. Like, I paid attention to every single person that came to that door and listened to every single thing these girls said. And not once did they speak first to anybody that came in that door. I will say, I believe my husband was the youngest that was there for an appointment that day. Everybody else was our parents' age-ish or whatever, which is also terrifying. If you really want to get down to it, they're going into the orthopedic surgeon area or orthopedic specialist because of, needing some sort of therapy on something that's been broken or hurt or pulled or strained or whatever. And here they are walking in from pouring rain onto linoleum slippery floors, no wet floor caution signs anywhere, no rugs anywhere, nothing to nobody's going out and mopping up the water so these people don't fall and break a hip or an elbow or something. And every single time somebody would walk through that front door, I could just feel my butthole clench because I'm like, oh God, you know what I'm talking about. When you just tighten everything up because you're expecting like that that slip, that fall. And I kept going, no, like it bothered me every single time. Anyway, not the point. So we're there, fill out the paperwork, and this much older couple. If you've ever seen Dirty Dancing, which if you haven't seen Dirty Dancing, I don't know how we're friends. But anyway, if you remember the Schumachers, that couple came in to, not that exact one, obviously I'm exaggerating, but that kind of couple came in while Kevin and I were there waiting to be seen. And they come in and the old man's shuffling, that's the shuffle, holding on to his cane, shuffling. And he comes in, he goes to the front, and he gets stuff for the paperwork, and he comes and sits down. And then the nurse or whoever comes out to get him, and he goes, I'm waiting on my wife. And the lady's like, okay. The wife makes it in, and she's, Mrs. Schumacher, if you will. And she goes to walk back with her husband, and the nurse is like, oh, no, you stay out here. We'll let you know when he's done. We'll take good care of him. Everything will be fine, whatever else. So she didn't go to the back with him. So then I assumed I couldn't go to the back with Kevin, which, when you assume you make an ass out of you and me, that's how it goes. That's the phrase. So I assumed I couldn't go back there. So when they called his name, I just sat my happy ass in the waiting room and didn't do anything. And every single person after that went to the back, they took their entire family with them. And I was like, I could have gone back there. Could have made sure no other little nurses or nurse practitioners or doctors were pulling down his pants to give him a butt shot. That sounds gross. Please hold. That sounds gross. Hold on. Ew. To give him, nope, shot in his butt. It still sounds wrong. Butt cheek. There we go. A shot in his butt cheek, y'all. Flustered myself over here. So I didn't go back with him. And when he came out, he sent me the x-rays. They took x-rays. They said they couldn't take an MRI until they got approval from the insurance company, which the insurance company is dawdling, I guess. They didn't reply or say yes or no while he was in there. Although I think it's just because they wanted him to come back. So that's another copay and more money from the insurance company to them, right? So he finally finishes up and he comes out and he's got paperwork. He's showed me the x-rays or the whatever else. And he says they don't think it's a tear. They think it's like a calcium buildup. He sent me this x-ray and there's this little circular something or other. And he said that the lady said that it looks like a calcium buildup. She used a calcitinitis. She used some words that I don't know. And according to Kevin, she used a lot of big words and he was like, I don't know what's happening. So she says that he needs physical therapy and he needs a anti-inflammatory something or other. They were going to call it in to get picked up, right? So Kevin comes out with his paperwork. We go to the front to make, and before he came out, little old Mr. Schumacher, man, walks up to the front of the counter after his appointment and he says, I need to make my next appointment. And the girl, first he walked up to the counter and just stood there because nobody acknowledged him. So finally he said, excuse me, I need to make my next appointment. And the girl was like, oh, I'm sorry, our systems are down. So, we'll give you a call. And the guy was like, well, do you have my name and number? And she goes, oh, well, what's your name and number? So he gives her the information and she's like, okay, we'll call you. And he goes, well, you guys said that last time and you never called. And so then I had to call and make the appointment and I was 2 weeks late. She goes, I said, I'd call you, we'll call. And I'm sitting by myself going, gosh, why is it so difficult? 1, to treat your elders with respect. 2, to just do a decent job at customer service and not have attitude with people. Why is it so difficult? I don't get it. These girls were maybe 19, 20, 21. They're all in scrubs. That doesn't mean they have any sort of degree or any of that kind of stuff. It just means they went to the scrub store and bought scrubs so they could work the receptionist desk at this place, right? But it's not that difficult to be pleasant and to be kind. It's early. I mean, you've only been open an hour. It's not like everybody in here's pissed you off at this point. So, be kinder to people, right? So that guy leaves. Kevin comes out and he's like, I got to make my appointment for a physical therapy upstairs. So we go to the front and again, stand there and the girls are just kind of looking around. He's like, hi, yeah. Do I need to pay you guys anything else or do anything? And the girl's like, no, you're done. He goes, okay, well, I need to make an appointment and whatever else. She goes, oh, our systems are down. That was it. Just, oh, our systems are down. He goes, okay. So do I just call you? She goes, no, we'll give you a call. And he was like, all right. So we left. We get home and he goes, well, wait a second. They were supposed to call in a prescription for me too. If their systems are down, did they do that part? And it's been 2 days and we've gotten nothing about a prescription or anything else like that. I tried to call the place yesterday, nobody answered, and then I realized it's 4th of July, so they're probably closed, so I need to call them today. But either way, he's like, I don't know that I want to go to physical therapy. He's at the point now, thankfully, where he can like lift his arm all the way up and do all this stuff. I mean, he's not going to go out and try to like shoot hoops or, you know, Iron Man lift some crap over his head, but he can move and not scream in pain, which is a plus. And he can sleep normal instead of sitting up or laying on his back, which is great for me because that means less snoring. And I've gotten sleep the last couple of nights. Hallelujah. So he's like, I don't really want to go back for physical therapy. He's like, I didn't like the place. I didn't like the people. I feel like physical therapy is just their way to get more money. And it's going to be a waste of time. If I'm going to go in there for an hour and they're going to be like, okay, just do this. He's like, I can do this at home. You know, I can do this at home, like chicken wing flap at home. Why should we pay for that? And then they wanted him to go back in 6 weeks to get the MRI then. And it's like, well, shouldn't you do the MRI now? None of it makes sense to me. And at the end of the day, I asked him, I was like, well, if you don't do the physical therapy, let's just, you know, play the what if game here. What if you don't do the physical therapy and something, you know, goes wrong again or it hurts like crazy again, and then you go back in and they go, well, we told you to do physical therapy and you didn't, and it turns out you need surgery, but we're not going to cover it because you didn't follow the steps. I'm like, is that how it works? Like, I worry about that kind of stuff. And he's like, screw them. If it starts to hurt again, we'll figure it out from there. So as of right now, because they have not called to schedule an appointment, because we have not gotten confirmation of a prescription called in, I don't think he's going to go in for the physical therapy. And I'm pretty sure y'all are going to be like, sir, don't be stupid, go to the physical therapy. Because I said the same thing. I was like, babe, I love you so much, but maybe you should, maybe we can find some other place for the physical therapy, but maybe you should do it just to be on the safe side. But at the same time, we're both kind of in the same mind frame of, is it necessary or is it because they just want to get money from the insurance company? You know, it's hard to tell when they suggest something if it's actually necessary or if it's to pad their pockets. And I don't know that the physical therapy is necessary as opposed to padding the pockets. So there's the update on that. Now, I would like to point out one thing. Well, 3 things. It's going to be the weirdest conversation we've had over here, y'all. We've had some pretty weird conversations. I would like to point out this deodorant. Can you see this deodorant? Let's do this makeup style. Look it. Can y'all see? Let's do this makeup style. See it right there. Now, the reason I'm pointing out this deodorant, it says aluminum free. Aluminum free. And it's supposed to have a lovely lavender scent. Oh, always lovely lavender scent. I don't know at 42 if your body as a woman decides that it now thinks it's a 13-year-old boy when it comes to how things smell. And by things, I mean my armpits, because I've never smelled. Let me just fully put that out there. I could go days without deodorant and be perfectly fine, and not stink, okay? Let's be fully just transparent with this. Not stink. Go to the gym and be like, it's not great, but it's not bad. It wasn't the kind of stuff that would make you want to clear a room, right? Well, I got rid of the deodorant I had been using and I was like, let me go aluminum free, because I've heard a lot of people say how aluminum is what, you know, can help cause breast cancer in women, because I was explaining to Kevin, women shave their armpits and then 5 seconds later put on deodorant. So now you have this open whatever and you're throwing chemicals on it, and maybe the aluminum stuff's bad and it's getting in and it's seeping down and then it's getting into your boobs, and then that's why women have breast cancer so much, because they're trying not to smell like 13-year-old boys, right? So I was like, let me go aluminum free. And so I've been using this thing for like the last 2 or 3 weeks. Look, I'm going to do the thing. Okay, so let me explain what happened. Been using this joker for 2 or 3 weeks. And one day I missed it. I had it on the night before and I didn't shower the next morning yet. I was cleaning and doing stuff. And I'm walking through the apartment. I'm like, what is that smell? I'm literally checking everybody's garbage can. I'm checking the garbage disposal. I'm checking the refrigerator. I'm trying to see if anybody left some shoes around. I'm checking the dog's butt to make sure he didn't drag some doo-doo back in with him. I'm checking everything. And I'm like, I don't understand what it is. And then y'all, I did this. I said, and I said, what the? When I tell you, I did not know my armpits could smell like that. I had no idea that this was even humanly possible. I had nothing. I was like, what in the actual, and I was like, why is that? And I told Kevin, I was like, something's wrong. He's like, what? I'm like, my armpits smell. And he was like, what? We've been together over 16 years. My armpits have never smelled. And I was like, I smell like a teenager who hasn't bathed and has been sweating, you know, forever. And he was like, no. And I was like, smell. He will never do that again. Next time I go smell, he's gonna be like, you got me that first time. I ain't doing that shit again. Because I was like, babe. So then the kid comes out of her room and she's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I smell awful. I smell like somebody in your school or whatever. She goes, no, you don't. And I'm like, child, smell. And she's like, oh. And I was like, oh, I know. I was fine until I started using this stuff. I'm not even gonna lie. Whatever this is, it did something under here to change something because I should never smell the way that smelled. And I was like, I can't do it. So that's trash. And I decided that I'm going back to what I was using that never smelled. So I'm back to the Degree here, this one right here. What is this? Degree Ultra Clear, the black and white pure clean. I tried the men's one because I didn't have this one. I went to Target and got this. The man had this under his cabinet because I bought these at like Sam's Club. There's like a box of 10 for like $20, which is really good. So I got a bunch of these and I tried this one, which is pretty much the same thing. But for some reason, the girl one works a lot better. I tried this and it helped immediately. So then I got this one and it's perfectly fine. I don't know what this did to under here. I don't know what kind of havoc this thing wreaked, but I wreaked. It was so bad. I did not know that was humanly possible for a woman. I'm sitting there Googling the crap out of everything. I'm like, does perimenopause make your armpits smell? Does using the wrong deodorant make your armpits smell? Does your armpits have pH balances? Like, everything under the sun. And it's like, maybe sometimes it's the things you eat. I eat the same shit every day. It don't even matter. Nothing I ate was new. The only thing that changed, this little joker right here. Never again. Never again. So now I'm like, I either am never shaving my armpits again so that I can put on deodorant and have less of a soak-in ability to give myself breast cancer, or I'm going to shave my armpits and then just, you know, hope I don't sweat that day and then use the deodorant the next day. I don't know, but this stuff works. This stuff does nothing. I might as well have just splashed hopes and dreams and wishes up there because it did more than this would have done. This thing sucked. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up. I know aluminum free is better for you, but it turns out it's the aluminum that makes you not smell like a boy's jockstrap. So lesson learned on that one. Also, I have a tip or trick for you all if you would like on how to get your dog food or your cat food for a really, really good price. This is just something I figured out. So I've been going to PetSmart and getting Max his little cans of the Hills Science, whatever, canned dog food, the chicken one for digestive and skin issues. And it works really well. He hasn't had that weird liquidy poop in forever. He hasn't been like licking himself like crazy. Remember there was a time where he had to be like double coned and his tail had to be shaved down and he had to get shots because he had such a bad hot spot on his tail. And it used to be he'd lick his paws because I think something at the grass around here, all kinds of stuff, right? Poor little dog with allergies. But then I got the new food and he's had no issues like at all, which is great. So I went to go get more at PetSmart. Then I was like, I don't really want to drive to the store. Let me order it online. It's $3.89 a can. And they're telling you that you should feed your dog 3 cans a day. And I was like, bro, I love you, but damn, that's expensive. We're not doing that. So what I normally do, he gets 1 can a day, half in the morning, half at night, mixed with some dry food or some other stuff from around the house, right? Chicken, rice, whatever. And so I went online to PetSmart and I was like, well, maybe I should order it here. And I was like, oh, wait, I've never ordered from Chewy before. I was like, let me look at Chewy, not sponsored, FYI, y'all know how this works. So I went on Chewy's website and it was like, for your first time, if you sign up for auto renew or auto delivery or whatever else, you get 35% off your first order plus $5 off. And then there was another coupon that came in after your first one that you could use on your next one, right? And then for auto delivery or auto renew, you can cancel after your first auto renew. This is important to know. So in order to get, I've got 12 cans. So yeah, I got 12 cans of the stuff that he uses, which is the, what is it called? Oh yeah, this one. Can y'all read that? It's this stuff. The Hill Science Diet, the sensitive stomach and skin stuff with the cute little Lassie dog on it. What are they called? Lassie is a, my brain can't do it. Collie? A collie? Right? I don't know. Either way. I looked online, 12 of these, right? And then I did the math at $3.89 each at PetSmart times, 12 to see what the total would come up. And then I went over to Chewy.com, picked the 12, got the 35% off plus the $5 off, and it was much cheaper. So then I'm like, okay, well, how much will it cost me on the renew one time with I think it's a $5 or $10 coupon they're sending. I did 5 just to be on the safe side. How much will it cost for that plus this versus one time at PetSmart? And obviously it's a little bit more, but it still worked out to a better per can ratio. So I went ahead and bought these on Chewy and got 35% off plus the $5 off. And then on the next one, I'll get $5 or $10 off, which is still cheaper than PetSmart. And then I'll cancel. And y'all, I'm not stupid. Then I'll re-sign up with a new email address. Come on, work harder, not smarter. I'm just saying, sometimes these corporations make enough money. If you can find a way to get yourself a little bit of a savings, do it, boo-boo, okay? Now, PetSmart, it turns out they also do like a delivery auto-renew kind of thing. But the PetSmart near me, they don't deliver the way that Chewy does. They deliver kind of like Walmart Spark does, or the way like Publix Instacart or whatever, where they have a random person come to your door and drop stuff off. We live in an apartment complex, a closed apartment complex. There is no going to my door to drop stuff off. So it made more sense also just for delivery safety to go through Chewy, because they would send it through UPS or FedEx, who knows to go through the office and put it into our package room or whatever. Whereas PetSmart wouldn't. They'd get here, be pissed off that they couldn't figure out how to get in, and then leave, and I'd still have to go pick it up. And that's too much of a headache for me. So I worked smarter, not harder, saved myself some money through Chewy.com, and the dog has his food, so he's a happy camper. Now, lastly, you see that Salt Life right there? I'm a big Salt Life fan. It's a Florida-based company. They started in Fort Walton Beach. I don't know how long ago. No, wait, no. I'm lying. That's boat. The ones that we have the inflatable kayaks for, they started in Fort Walton. I don't know where Salt Life started, I'm not gonna lie, but I like their stuff. Well, they sent me an email, and my dumb ass opened it. They sent me an email, I'm gonna open this whole thing up. They sent me an email about how they had all this stuff 50% off, and I was like, I should just look and see what it is, because it could be some like really great stuff. A lot of their stuff is like the UPF, the sunscreen-ish shirts and hats and pants and dresses and whatnot. And y'all know I am a massive fan of sweatshirts and t-shirts. I'm girly, but not when it comes to how I dress, weirdly. I don't know. I used to be, then I put on weight, and I'd rather be comfortable than girly. It's hard for me to get girly and be uncomfortable in like certain kinds of clothes. So I looked at their clearance stuff, and they had sweatshirts. Now their sweatshirts are normally $60 to $70. $66 is what it normally is. I got this joker for half off. I got it for $33. Then I had an extra coupon for 20% off, and I got free delivery. Bruh, I ordered 2 sweatshirts for the winter. Again, shop smarter, not harder. Save yourself some money. So I'm really excited. Everything I have, I swear, are these colors. All kinds of teals and blues. But I did get a girl one, so it's gonna fit differently. What size did I order? Extra large, girls. Oh, that'll be okay. I like big baggy stuff, so I got this one. I love the color. That'll be cute. And then the back of it is really cute too. And it's thinner, which is great, because then I can use this in like spring, fall, or just in the restaurants. Because the restaurants here, or the shopping centers, or the grocery stores, you walk in from 103 outside and it's 3 degrees inside. It is freaking Arctic in every place. But I'm excited. So this one I got, and then I got another sweatshirt. The kid steals all my sweatshirts that I really like. So over the years, my sweatshirt collection has dwindled and found its way from my closet into hers, which is fine. I love her, and it just means that she has good taste also. So then I got this one also. I like this color. And this one is, what size is this one? This one's a large, but it seems like it's as big as the other one. So I don't know, but I like this color. And I think this color looks better on me than the other one. I like this one. So we'll see if I get to hold on to both of them, or if the child steals one. If she's gonna steal one, I might let her steal that one. I think I like this color better. But either way, now is the time. I tell people all the time, if you want to order summer stuff, order it in the winter. If you want to order winter stuff, order it in the summer, because that's when you're going to get your best deals. The kid is actually going to be ordering stuff. We're going to go shopping for her. Her 9th grade starts in 1 month and a week. So 5 weeks until she starts high school. Her last school, she had a dress code. No, not dress code. They all have that, but maybe that's the right word. She had to wear a school shirt every single day except for Friday. She could wear whatever she wanted. But Monday through Thursday, she had to wear a school shirt, like had the middle school's name on and everything else. High school, there's none of that. So for the last 2 years, she's been uniform, she's been in a school uniform. So now she's like, I'm gonna go in 9th grade and I'm gonna have all these new clothes. And I'm like, that's real cute because new clothes are really freaking expensive. You're gonna be wearing the same stuff every other week. But I told her we'd go shopping, but I'm like, we're hitting outlet stores and we're hitting outlet stores and like Ross and TJ Maxx and whatnot. Because outlet stores, generally speaking, especially in touristy spots, they run sales all the time. We should have done a 4th of July one, but we didn't go shopping yesterday. But we're gonna go find her some stuff, go get the school supplies, because they've already got them out at like Walmart and Target for school, even though it starts in 5 weeks. Most parents don't have the school supply list yet, yet the stores already have all the sales going on, just FYI. So we're gonna go get her school supplies, some school clothes. She's really excited about being able to dress for herself versus the school uniform. But she's not stupid. She does know that there are certain things she's still not allowed to wear, but she wouldn't anyway. She's not that kind of girl, but not that there's anything wrong with liking to wear certain things, but she's just not like that. But that's exciting. She's excited to go shopping. She will raid my closet first. If she wants something from my closet, I already told her she can have it because I have too much crap anyway, shirts and stuff like that. And then we'll go get her some more stuff. So she's excited. I'm excited about all of it. I think that's about it, y'all. That's what's happened the last couple of days. There's been a lot that's happened, but I mean, I've condensed it into 27 minutes and it's still too long and I'm sorry for that. But I love y'all immensely and I'm so sorry it's been so long since we saw each other. We need to do another live stream. Hopefully Monday I'll be here for a live stream. Last Monday, last Monday we did. Wednesday I was gonna do another one on hump day and then everything got wonky. So either way, SquirrelTribe 2.0. I love y'all. Y'all are the best. Never forget it, okay? And I will see you on the next one. I don't think there's anything else that I had saved up in my mind to tell you. And I will probably remember everything after I hit end. We'll see how this works. Love y'all. Bye.